one of the big indicators I look at is the CBOE has a core 1M correlation indicator. And what that basically tells us, what that basically tells us is when are single stock implied vols really rich compared to index vols? Let me restate that a little more simply. When are people buying calls and they've kind of gotten like overly bullish in single stock calls? And that metric, when it goes under 8, has been a signal that you're going to have a drawdown in the equity market. Right now, that metric is about 6 or 7, depending on, how the marks are going to look this morning. So we can reframe this another way. This index basically tells me, or at least is my high level signal, that call buying has gotten so heavy that it has a chance to cause a correction in the market just by virtue of the calls being so expensive themselves, if that makes sense. So if we all think about like an RSI, right? If an RSI is like at a 99, you go, well, this is pretty rich, right? Stock is pretty high. This is kind of the same thing. This is telling me that call options are getting very, very rich. Now, when the call options are rich and they're expensive, generally that doesn't resolve by, the market just kind of trending sideways for a few days, right? Because what happens is market corrects, those call volumes, those call vols, those call values come crashing down. And when those come crashing down, I think that is what moves the market down. So hopefully I explained that well, or at least kind of gave you an indication of what's going on. Essentially, we've been crashing up. And so we need to sort of have a resolution or a mean reversion to that. And that means to me that we're going to have kind of a crash down.
Believe it or not, I actually have a couple of strangles on and a couple of semi names. This is something I've never used to do. Like this is how long I've been at Tasty, Brent. I never used to do stuff like that.
You're buying options?
No, I'm short them.
Oh, you're short.
I'm short. I was gonna say. I sold it. As a matter of fact, like Marvell, when they got more strikes after this crazy ass move up recently, I sold a strangle in there the other day, like the upside, the 420, and I think I sold 210 to the downside. And when it pulled back yesterday, which it did for a little bit, that fall came in so quickly to the upside. And I feel like we've definitely seen that before. That's an interesting phenomenon. Now, mind you, it turned right around. It only went up. I mean, I think round trip, it might have had a round trip of like, I don't know, $60. But when it went positive to 317, which is like $100 away from my short strike, the vol went up again. So like, that's the kind of stuff we're seeing in markets, right?
Right. It's the stock up, ball up scenario. And that's just, this has been an incredible period in markets where we had massive stock up, ball up into April OPEX. And then what happened? We had these earnings and the earnings were just blowing stuff out, right? And I don't know anything about the future of AI. You guys were using to order pizza yesterday or talking to your AI pizza department. It's like, that's great. The future is here. And that could be, 1, 2, 3 years from now, these stocks could all be higher. But my issue is with the rate of change. And it's unsustainable. You can't buy calls right now and have a reasonable expectation that those are going to pay off because the price is so high. And not only that, we're seeing some stuff that's just really incredible. Micron yesterday traded more in options premium. So we're around 1.5 billion yesterday, traded more premium than the spiders and the QQQs. That's really unprecedented. And it's been doing that a lot over the last 2 weeks. The last time we saw something like this was Nvidia was doing it in early July of 2024. And July of 2024 was a fascinating moment.
Split?
That was after the split, I believe.
Okay.
So, you go, look, Brent, this is a function of the fact that the stock is so high, $1,000 Micron. That's fine. SanDisk is also doing it as well. Didn't do it yesterday, but has been doing it. But what happened in July of 2024 is fascinating. Nvidia was going crazy. I've told this story a bunch. Do you remember Nvidia in 2024, in July of 2024? That's back when Jensen was signing that woman's top and stuff like that. It was pure bananas. And what happened in July?
Have I not referenced that recently?
We thought he referenced that the other day.
Signs of the top.
Yeah, signing the top is the sign of the top. Now, Nvidia stock is higher today than it was back then. But in July of 2024, the S&P lost 10% in about 2.5 weeks. And then what happened on August 5th? I know you guys know this. August 5th, 2024.
That was the big the yen, right? Was that the one? Was that the day?
VIX 60.
Yeah.
And people blame that on the yen. I think the yen was like you order an ice cream sundae and then they put a little whipped cream on top. Like the whole sundae was made by these incredible bananas call vols that were going off. Incidentally, that core 1M metric that I talked about just a few minutes ago, that made its all-time low at about 3. And granted, this is an index, but that is indicative of the kind of behavior, right? And so, you look at this right now and you have Micron, the premiums are huge. Did you look at just the stock notional traded yesterday? Micron lost, according to my calculation, $94 billion in market cap yesterday. And the joke going around is that's its biggest one-day market cap loss ever. And it's like, haha, because, 2 days ago it made 90 billion. But those are big numbers on a daily notional basis, right? And so if you get a situation where Micron starts selling and its sector constituents in the SMH start to sell off too, you're talking about a lot of notional value coming for correction. And so, look, the S&P, we're gamma people over here. The S&P has positive gamma. And so what that means is that the dip keeps getting bought by the dealers and the volatility's been pretty calm. But my concern is that at some point here, we have a correction in these sector stocks and the semis and the AI names. And that is big enough flow now to push the whole market down in a pretty significant way. And, you have a nice trend line on your chart there, Jamal. If you just had a reversion to the mean and a trend in most of these names, you're talking about a 20 or 30%, decline in some of these stocks. But look, those stocks are all up 300-400% this year. So I don't think what I'm saying is that crazy. We're like, look, 20-30% correction in the semis, and Micron and some stuff like that. That gives you like a 5% correction in the Qs and S&P, that kind of thing. That I think is pretty reasonable and is just kind of a trend change. Now,